Welcome to day 4 of the Herdwick Sheep Challenge. Today's video will show you step by step how to join all of the shapes that you have made so far to assemble your sheep and how to add details to its face. I am happy for you to make items from this tutorial for personal use or to sell. All I ask is, if you share what you have made, that you add a note to say that you made it from a free tutorial from the flock, and add a link to the flock's Facebook group. Please also be aware that the tutorial and its content is protected by copyright and must not be copied or shared without prior permission. Thank you. Let's get started. First, we are going to start joining all of the pieces you have made so far together. The first two shapes we are going to join are the head to the body. But before we do this, we need to create a neck for the sheep. To do this, pull off a small piece of core wool as shown here and then tightly roll this into a short log shape. Stab the central section of the log shape to stop it unravelling, turning it as you go. Leave both ends of the log shape fluffy and unfelted. Once it is holding its shape, take another strip of core wool and tightly wrap this around the log shape. Again, keeping the log shape short as shown here. Again, only stab the central section to attach the fibre. Keep turning the shape as you stab to keep the shape cylindrical. The central felted section of the log shape should be no more than about 1 centimetre long. We are now going to attach the neck to the underside of the head. To do this, first tease open one of the fluffy ends of the neck. And then stab the centre inwards a few times to help firm things up a little. Repeat this on the other end to prepare for attaching it to the body. With the nose section of the head facing upwards, line up the neck on the underside of the head so that the edge of the neck is level with the back of the head. Hold the two pieces firmly together and then, using your shaping needle, stab around the neck into the head a few times to tack it in place. Check the positioning of the head and then push the tip of the nose down slightly. Then continue to stab around the neck to seamlessly attach it to the underside of the head. The head and neck should now look like this. Next, we are going to attach the other end of the neck to the front end of the body of the sheep. To do this, we are going to position it so that the head is looking to the side like this. First, tease open the remaining fluffy end of the neck and then position it so that the side of the head is level with the front of the body. Then, using your shaping needle, stab around the edges of the neck a few times to tack it in place. Once you are happy with the positioning, continue to stab around the edges of the neck and into the body, using the fluff to attach the two together. Your sheep should now look like this. As you will see, it looks a little odd at the moment, as the neck is too thin. So we are going to thicken it up and reinforce the joins at the same time. To do this, take small sections of core wool at a time and wrap them around the neck and down onto the body slightly. Then, using your shaping needle, stab this in place, blending it onto the body and to the underside of the head. As you build up the neck, ensure that the position of the head remains so that it is looking to the side with the nose pointing slightly downwards. Keep adding fibre and shaping it until your sheep looks like this. Next, we are going to attach the ears to the head. You need to position the ears towards the back of the head so that the apex of the curve of the ear is level with the apex of the curve of the top of the head. To attach the ear, first tease open the fluffy edge. Then position the ear against the side of the head and tack it in place. Repeat this with the other ear. Check that the ears are level and positioned in the same way. Then stab around the joins, pushing the fluffy ends into the side of the head, seamlessly blending the ear to the head. Once you have securely attached the ears, your sheep should look like this. Next, we are going to attach the legs for your sheep to the body. For this, the front legs need to be positioned so that they are in line with the nose. The back legs need to be positioned in line with where the curve of the bottom of the sheep ends. All of the legs are going to be attached in the same way. First, tease open the fluffy end of the leg, then position it on the underside of the body. Stab around the fluffy end of the leg, pushing the needle through the fluff and into the underside of the body. Tack each leg in place before fully attaching them. Once each leg is tacked in place, check that the legs are in line with each other and that they are level and the same length as each other, so that when the sheep is standing, it stands straight. Once you are happy, stab around each leg to secure the join, blending the fluffy ends up and over the body. Next, we are going to reinforce the joins. To do this, take small sections of core wool, lay it centrally on the inside of the leg, then bring it around to the outside of the leg and up onto the body. Stab this in place around the leg and onto the body and tummy of the sheep, reinforcing the join. Repeat this with all of the legs. Your sheep should look like this. It is now time to attach the tail to the body. To do this, tease open the fluffy end, then position this centrally on the bottom of the sheep and using your shaping needle, stab it in place, shaping and blending the join onto the body. Fully assembled, your sheep should now look like this. Next, we are going to add the facial details and some detail to the ears. For the face, we will be using your carded or merino fibre in black. For the ears, we will be using your carded or merino fibre in grey. For these steps, you will be using your finishing needle. First, we are going to add some grey to the inner ears. To do this, pull off a tiny bit of grey fibre and mess this up by pulling it apart and restacking it a few times. Then lay this on the inner ear. Next, using your finishing needle and very gentle, shallow stabs, so not to push the grey fibre right through the ear, stab it in place, blending it out towards the tip of the ear. Repeat this with the other ear. Then take another small piece of grey fibre and repeat the process on both ears, making the section of the ears nearest to the side of the head more of a solid grey and blending it out again towards the tip. The ears should now look like this. Next, with your black fibre, we are going to add the nose, mouth and eyes to your sheep. Starting with the nose, pull off a small wisp of black fibre and twist this between your fingers. We are going to felt this in a V shape on the tip of the muzzle to create the nose as indicated here, and ensuring that the point of the V is central. It is helpful to stab a little hole where you intend the point of the V to be. Then take your twisted wisp of black fibre and position this horizontally across the face so that it is also central to the hole you made for the point of the V. Stab the centre of the wisp into the hole. Make sure that this is nice and secure before moving on to the next step. Once secure, guide each side of the wisp up the face diagonally to form either side of the V shape. Stab this in place as you go. Take your time to make the V nice and even and symmetrical. Each side of the V should measure approximately 5 mm in length. Next, take a very thin wisp of black fibre, twist it between your fingers. Then attach the centre of the wisp to the point of the V. Once securely attached, guide both ends of the fibre down in a vertical line, stabbing it in place as you go. Once the line is approximately 3 mm long, split the wisp in half again and guide each half to create a gentle curve towards the outer edge of the head, giving your sheep a little smile. Again, take your time to get this even and symmetrical. Next, we are going to add the eyes. Start by pulling off 2 small but even bits of black fibre and roll these between your fingers into 2 matching balls. Then position each ball one at a time on the face a little below the curve for the eye socket and level with the centre of the ears. The eyes of a Herdwick sheep are also widely spread, so they need to be closer to the ears than the bridge of the nose. Tack each ball in place to allow you to check their positioning. When you are happy with the position, stab them in place, trying hard to keep them even and symmetrical. Next, add another small ball of black fibre over each eye, stabbing it in place so that it is slightly more raised and domed in shape. The diameter of each eye should be just under 5 millimeters. Your sheep should look like this. Finally, we are going to add a little fluffy section to the top of the head. To do this, take a tiny bit of core wool and stab it in place on the top of the head between the ears using your finishing needle. Do not fully felt this. The aim is to carefully attach it so that it remains a little fluffy. Your sheep should now look like this. Remember, if you would like to be in with a chance of winning the prize for taking part in the Herdwick Sheep Challenge, please upload a photo of your finished work on the video thread for today in the Challenge Facebook group. Your next videos will be available tomorrow at 9 AM UK time. There will be one video to make the shorn looking sheep and one video to make the sheep with a long fleece. You can choose which video you would like to follow.